What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today it is how deep is our ocean. The ocean's this deep right here. And as you can see, I'm in the ocean. If the editing works. But anyway, how deep is it? We know it's really deep. We also know that we've barely discovered the ocean because it's a big planet. Well, planets are big, but yeah, it's not Jupiter, otherwise we'd never ever discover how much of Jupiter there is if we lived on it. It's too big. But, you know, if pollution doesn't destroy this world, or a volcano, or a massive earthquake, or humongous floods, or a meteorite, you know, we may actually find out how deep it is, and every bit of the ocean. But anyway, let's get into the ocean.
The ocean is really deep.
Really?
Deeper, in fact, than most of us realize.
That's what I was saying.
If we were to shave off all of the land from the tops of every continent and island in the world and fill up the ocean's deepest points with that land, then the entire Earth would be covered in an ocean 2 miles.
Wow.
3/4 of our planet is already covered in water, though.
There we know.
It's a lot deeper than just 2
Similar to our
miles.
bodies.
Let's start with a sense of scale. This dot right here is the size of an average human.
So me.
This slightly larger dot is the size of an elephant.
Alright.
And this is the size of the largest ship ever built, the Knock Nevis.
Alright.
With that in mind, let's start going underwater and see what we find out. The first milestone is at 40 meters below the surface, which is the maximum depth allowed for recreational scuba diving. A
Rightio.
little further down at 93 meters is where the wreck of the Lusitania was discovered, which is interesting because the Lusitania itself is 240 meters long, which means that it sank in water shallower than it is long, so if the ship was standing on its stern or bow, it would be sticking out.
Wow,
of the
okay.
water. Just slightly deeper than that, at 100 meters, is where diving can become seriously fatal if you're not careful because of decompression sickness. But that didn't stop a man named Herbert Nitsch to accomplish the free diving
Hello, Herbert.
at a depth of 214 meters. This guy swam down to this level with just one single breath. A
Wow.
little further down at
Tom
332
Cruise.
meters, we have the scuba diving world record, which was accomplished by another man named Ahmed Gabir. If he had swam down another 111 meters, then he would have reached the height of the Empire State Building if it was submerged underwater.
Okay.
And a little further than that, at 500 meters below the surface, we arrive at the maximum dive depth of blue whales, the largest creatures on the planet and also the limit of the U.S. Seawolf class nuclear submarine.
Right.
At 535 meters, we can witness the maximum dive depth of emperor penguins,
Right.
and this is when we must bring up the intensity of water pressure. At this level below the surface, the water pressure exerted on a person, or the penguins, would be roughly equivalent to a polar bear standing on a quarter.
Right.
So further down the depths, at 830 meters, would be the height of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai,
Wow.
the tallest building in the world. Once we hit 1,000 meters below the surface, we begin to enter the scary zone.
Uh-oh.
Light from the surface can no longer reach beyond this point, so the rest of the ocean below is shrouded in permanent darkness. On top of that, the water pressure you would experience at this point would be about the same as if you were standing on the surface of the planet Venus, meaning that you would die very quickly.
Okay, I'm not going there.
Meet the giant squid at this sea level.
Hell no, I'm not going there.
Already kill you. At 1,280 meters, we reach the maximum depth dived to by the leatherback sea turtle.
Wow.
And further down at 1,828 meters, we would reach the deepest part of the Grand Canyon, were it to be underwater with us.
Wow, I didn't know. That's crazy.
Meters, we start to encounter some of the more terrifying
I don't want to know.
the ominously named black dragonfish, a carnivorous beast with a stomach that doesn't allow light to be emitted through it. Meaning that since we're in total darkness underwater at this point, the only way you would ever see this thing
Ah.
is with a flashlight.
God
A
almighty.
little further down, at 2,250 meters, we would reach the maximum depth dived to by both sperm whales and the very frightening colossal squid.
I'm out.
Sperm whales often have sucker marks
Wow.
and scars left on their bodies from battles with the colossal squid that likely take place at these incredible depths. The squids themselves can grow to be 14 meters long,
Yeah.
weigh up to 750
No thanks.
with eyes the size of a dinner plate and razor-sharp sickles in the middle of their tentacles.
Eyes this big.
Yeah, good luck with that down there. Way further down at 3,800
This is
meters, we
deep.
can find the wreck of the RMS Titanic.
3,800 meters deep. Wow.
We start to enter the abyssal
I don't know, is that deep?
Water pressure is at an astonishing 11,000 pounds per square inch down here, and there are numerous strange, almost alien-like creatures that inhabit these depths, such as the fangtooth,
Ugh.
anglerfish,
Ugh.
and viperfish.
Ugh.
Down at 4,267 meters is the average depth of the ocean where you would normally expect to hit the floor, but there are parts of the ocean that go significantly deeper than even this.
It's ridiculous enough.
4,791 meters rests the wreckage of the battleship Bismarck sunk during World War II.
Right.
Way down at
That's
6,000
deep.
meters is the beginning of the Hadal Zone, named after the underworld Hades itself.
Oh, that's good to
Water
know.
pressure down at these depths can become 1,100 times what you would experience way back on top at the surface,
Wow.
which is roughly equal to an elephant balancing on a postage stamp.
That's a lot.
Person carrying the weight of 50 Boeing 747 jump.
Nice 747, that's not one of those.
Crushed immediately without any outside protection, but life still exists down here in various strange forms. At 6,500 meters, we reach the maximum depth that the DSV Alvin can dive to, a popular research submarine that helped to discover the Titanic.
Wow.
Way further down at 8,848 meters below.
Love these
the surface,
random
we have
numbers.
Arrived at the height of Mount Everest.
Wow.
ready to be upside down and placed underwater.
Wow.
And then way further past even that, at 10,898 meters, we arrive at the depth reached by James Cameron in 2012 during the deep sea.
Yo, Cameron, what the hell?
Yet reached by humans was back in 1960 though, when two men named Don Walsh and Jacques Piccard reached a depth of 10,916 meters using their Trieste sub.
Wow, nearly 11 kilometers down. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Just a bit further down from there at 10,972 meters and we reach the average flight altitude of a commercial airliner. So if you've ever looked out of a window while on a flight and looked down to the ground, that's a very good sense.
You know how tall you are, you don't think the ocean is actually that deep, you don't think about it.
Finally, when we hit 10,994 meters, we have hit the bottom of the known ocean.
Known
The Challenger
ocean.
Deep, right here on this map, just about 300 kilometers southwest of Guam Island.
Right.
However, it is believed that there are almost certainly even deeper
Yeah, I wouldn't be
oceans
surprised.
than this that just haven't been discovered yet. It wasn't until 1997, after all, that the Serena Deep was discovered with a depth of 10,732 meters,
Right.
making it the second deepest known point in the ocean.
Right.
It is estimated that only about 5% of the ocean's
Yeah.
floor has been accurately mapped, leaving the other 95% to be currently a mystery. It may be only a matter of time before an even deeper part of our ocean.
Wait for it to double.
Who knows
Triple.
what we may discover there.
Oh, what the hell is that? Nuts. Very nuts. You know, you don't think about it. You know, you look at a diagram in geography of our planet and it's separated into layers, you know, crust, inner layer, outer layer, the core, whatever the names are. It's been over 4 years since I've done it, don't ask. And yet you see how thin the crust is, and then how thick all the magma layers and the core is. And just to think that thin layer, you know, that's like 11 kilometers that we know of, which could be doubled to like 22, or could be 100 for all we know. How deep is the Earth then? If that tiny strip around the Earth is like 11 kilometers now, and then probably like 22, 25, 36, whoever, whatever. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I'll see you guys when I come back up the ocean. Out of the ocean. Peace.